Now, heads up, this is a slippery surface, okay? They're both slippery, the cutting board and the countertop, slippery. So the reason why I'm pointing this out is because this is very dangerous. If you're chopping, cutting hard things, you may slip and who knows what'll happen. So to prevent this from happening, a damp paper towel like this, you put it down just like this, and you're gonna put it like that. And now it will not move at all. So now you're good to go. You want to designate one of your cutting boards to be for raw meats and fish. So for example, with this plastic cutting board, this is going to be your raw meat cutting board. Now I've got another cutting board. It looks like a wood cutting board. You can use this for your fruits and vegetables and non-meat products. The reason why you're going to do that is because if you cut on a wood cutting board or a porous cutting board, the bacteria from the meats and fish can get into that cutting board and then make it a bacteria danger zone. Maybe you got this cutting board, you just chopped up some raw meat on there and you just kind of wiped it off, and now you want to cut up a tomato for your salad. Now you've just contaminated this tomato that you're going to cut up and put in your salad, in your raw salad. It's got raw meat on it. It's going to go in that salad and people could possibly get sick. So whenever you're going to cook with raw meat and cut it up, have a designated cutting board, and when you're done with it, wash it right away, let it dry and put it away. I'm going to show you how to slice. Take your cook's knife. You've got a nice sharp cook's knife, and we're going to take a tomato. Now this might be a little intimidating because a lot of times when we try to cut a tomato with a knife, we end up smashing the tomato because our knife is dull. Therefore, if you have a very, very sharp knife, you're good to go. Now if you don't have a sharp cook's knife, or a sharp knife for that matter, you can use a serrated knife. And a serrated knife has little ridges that you'll see here, and it's like a bread knife, or they call it a bread knife, but it's used for slicing through delicate things, such as a tomato. Now tomato has a very finely slippery skin, if you will, and it's very smooth, and so it can be a challenge. But it's not going to be today. We're going to take our fingers, as you'll notice, okay? We're going to use our fingers as a guide, just like this, and we're going to slice down, okay? And we're letting the knife do the work. So what that looked like was I bring the knife back and forth. Very simple. Let's bring the knife back and forth. Bring the knife back and forth. And this is called slicing. And you'll notice that I'm using my fingertips as a guide, just like that. Okay, I'm using my fingertips as a guide. I have my thumb and my pinky tucked in behind my main fingers. And I just let this slide. And this technique you're going to use for a gazillion different things, whatever you're preparing.